how are you today? Welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. Today is just a day, really. We're not doing too much. I did get in the new Lawless collection, the watermelon blush, which looks like this, and then the watermelon whatever this is called, juicy watermelon, and like the balm stuff. It looks a lot more intimidating than it is. I actually like this. I like these in general. I like the formula. I like the wear. I like the feeling. The whole 9 yards. Like, not at night, but like as a prep, even for in the morning, I like them. Or throughout the day. I just bought a new one of the pink marshmallow one because you can see that's gone pretty much. And then I also own the shade Lover, which I wear a lot too. It leaves almost like a stain behind once it wears off. It has a cooling sensation, but not overwhelming. It's like a barely there type of feel, to be honest. It's just a nice formula. You don't need anything. You can just slap it on and go. It's like a chapstick. That's the feeling I kind of get with it, as a chapstick. The blush, this is the first time I'm using a powdered product like this, and I just thought the color was so pretty for summer. Now, I have used their eyeshadows, and they're not bad. Like, I don't, for what it is, because it's like talc free, it's a clean beauty brand type of thing. So for that, like, the shadows are really good, you know what I mean? But compared to like other formulas, they're okay, you know what I mean? But the blush is a little different here. First off, look at this color. And I'm intimidated by this color, okay? Let's start with that. So I went in with a very light hand, I won't lie, and built it up, right? And I've used this Rephr 37. I don't know why I chose this brush, but I did. And I kind of just like stippled it in, right? On each side. And right now it's at a decent color payoff, right? I mean, nowhere near what it could be, right? That isn't my problem. My problem is I have applied this so many times just while, and it's like it disappears or something. I don't even know where it's going. I'm not moving. I'm not doing anything, and it's disappearing. I don't know. I don't know. I love the color. And maybe it's one of those things that you do just build up, and then throughout the day it will wear nicely. You know what I mean? It'll slowly go down in tone and stuff. So that could be it. It could be that I need to set my face, and that may hold it in, you know? I don't know. I don't usually have that problem with a blush, but I don't really use like all natural talc-free stuff either. So, you know, I don't know. I like it though. It doesn't make my skin look like bad or anything. It's not really smoothing, but it's not emphasizing anything. It didn't pick up anything from underneath of it. It blended well. Like, I don't have anything bad other than I'm not quite sure where it goes. It just sort of disappears throughout me sitting here. Which I guess you'll see in a minute as we sit here and do this eyeshadow look. So I did just a basic look today, y'all, really. And I'm really not so sure on what I think of this palette, to be honest. So the first shade we're going to go into is this one right here. And it's like a peachy shade. I mean, you can barely see it on my skin. Barely. I don't know. I've reviewed this palette before, and I thought that I liked it, to be honest with you. I thought that, and it's not past expiration by no means. Um, but I thought that I enjoyed it, that I had no problems with it. It created a pretty look because the color story's beautiful in it. But I'm beginning to think maybe I didn't, and maybe I was wrong. Or maybe it's went bad. I don't know. But it's not giving, to say the least. Now, I don't think that it was supposed to either. Don't get me wrong. It's not supposed to, like, give too much, you know what I mean? But it should be giving me something, especially with the price point. This is the next shade we're going to go into. And I will say, like, I like the palette as far as, like, the textures, because there are different textures in here, and that is pretty cool. I won't take that away from it. But past that point, I'm just like, what are we doing here? Because for whatever the reason, it's not really working that well as I remember it working. And you know, it could be, I just thought of that, I'm using synthetic brushes, and that may play a factor. I don't recall what I used when I first did this palette, but if I had to guess, I bet you as my refer. But it still isn't doing what I thought it was going to do. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm not going to take anything away from it either, you know, because it very well could be the brushes. And I wish I could recall how I felt about it. But then I'm like, you know, it probably was good. But here's the thing. I haven't pulled for this palette since I did the review, which tells me right there something. That's the next shade we're going to go into. But first, let's take that shade that I just used and run it along the lower lash line. And luckily I'm not doing Guess the Palette today, but if you're curious on the palette, which you just saw it, because it's a Saturday, so I'm not going to play Guess the Palette, but I didn't want to really say the palette either. I don't think I will. If you've seen the packaging, then you may be able to guess it, but I'm in shock right now because I really don't remember it being like this. And maybe on Sunday, my day off, I will reuse the palette with natural hair brushes and see if I get anywhere with it that way. Because that could be what my problem is right now using it and why it's not picking up the way I want it to. I mean, all in all, like, the look didn't turn out bad by no means, you know? Like, I like the way it turned out at the end of the day. And it was fairly, you know, quick and easy, simple to create. So, you know, I'm not complaining on that aspect of it. Now we're going to go into that third shade. But, I don't know, I'm just not remembering it quite the way I thought I did, because I was excited to play with it because it had been so long that I was like, oh, it just must have got overlooked due to how many, I have so much. But I don't think that that's the case with this one. I think that it's okay, and that's about it. Now, don't get me wrong, this brand's lipsticks are phenomenal, and lip liners, now that's something worth talking about. And and I don't know, the eyeshadow's fine too. It's just fine though, and I'm expecting more, I think. But at the same time, it does create a very pretty, soft look. And while doing the look, I truly thought it kind of reminded me of Pillow Talk a little bit. Like that vibe. Not, it doesn't match by no means, like shade for shade or anything. But just the vibe of it, kind of, is where I was going with it. I mean, I'm building this color up, okay? And this is about as good as I'm getting it. Like, I am building. I'm grabbing it, I'm patting it. Stamping it. And then blending it a little bit. And maybe it's just an off day for me for makeup. That could very well be it. Going back into that second shade. I mean, it is such a smooth formula too on the lid. I mean, like, it really, really does look good on my lids. I can't take that away either. Alright, the next shade we're going to go into is this one right here. I don't know, this has got me I'm just like, what in Lord's name's going on here? That's the next shade we're going to go into. We're going to put that in the inner portion of my lid. And I'm going to pat it on the inner portion. Pat, pat, pat. And I guess you could use your finger too if you wanted to really make it pop, maybe. But it's not quite where I'm going with it today. I just, like I said, easy look. But I mean, it does look nice. Like, wrinkles aside, like, it's smoothing my eyelid out. I mean, it is making it look completely, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, now we're going to go into this shade, and I'm going to put it, do not fall, and I'm going to put it on the inner portion, or outer portion, I'm sorry, of my lid. And bring it in. Just to keep it a little bit dark out in there. Yeah, like that. That looks good, yeah. And then the last shade we're going to use is this one. And I'm going to put it on my inner corner. like to go in a brown liner for my waterline. Okay. Now we're going to take this shade right there, and I'm going to align the lower lash line and top lash line, which I will say that lower and the bottom one, or lining it, I mean, wasn't that big of a deal. Like, that went on pretty good, right? No problem doing that. As you can see, like, perfectly on. It gave me just what I needed, a little bit of something. But when I went to line the top lash line, it didn't want to stay. It didn't want to even show. It was like I was having problems trying to get it even to get up in there as I went across. Stamping it in there. Like, I can barely see it, but not much. And I have no problems out of this brush here doing this, considering this is the brush I always use to do this sort of thing with. So I don't know. I mean, I will definitely say, like, the lids look really good with the shadow laying on it. Really good. Like, I'm impressed with that part of it for sure, but I don't know. And again, maybe it was just an off makeup day, because again, I was really just concentrating on the blush and the lips. But I'm going to use the brown YSL mascara for the top lashes. But I do think I did use Refer. I'm sure I did. So maybe, you know, it's just one of those palettes where you're going to have to use real hair or natural bristles, you know. Because I know with Pat McGrath shadows I have to. I can make it work, but oh no, it looks a lot better when I use real hair. And this is what I'm talking about with today not being a good makeup day. Today was not a good day at all. Or it hasn't been anyway so far. Anything that could go wrong has went wrong. And I went back on my diet, so because I gotta do something here. I know as I get older, it's going to be harder to get this weight off. Number one, if I don't get it off now. And I need to start eating healthier. So I guess it's not really a diet. I just started eating healthier. And I'm watching what I'm putting in, I guess, you know. And I don't drink pop. I do drink a lot of coffee, but I've scaled that back. I'm only drinking 1 cup of coffee a day. And then I for now, I'm keeping one slushy. Which I really don't even drink all of my slushy, to be honest, because one of my kids will end up taking it, so I really only get like half a slushy. And that's kind of, that's it. That's all. I mean, I'm eating. Don't get me wrong, I'm eating done. But yeah, I'm eating healthier. Like I'm getting a salad, and I'm trying to make my own meals. So I'm trying to figure out like how to do meal prep and stuff now, because I think that's going to help me in the long run, like picking a day like Sunday to do it or something. But like my knees are hurting more, my lower back is hurting, and I know it's because I put some of the weight back on that I have lost. And I don't want to do that because it's unhealthy. And I really didn't realize it until, like, how unhealthy it was until I had lost a lot of weight and knew how much like my energy levels went up and how happier I was just to be around, because there was, my skin looked really good. Like, it just all worked for the best, but I also know that I put some back on and I need to take it off because I can now feel it in my body and I can feel it in my face, when I break out and stuff, and I know exactly what it came from. But this is the final look for today. I don't know, y'all. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch the video of this palette and see what I really did think of this palette, because when did this launch? 6 months ago? 7. But it took me a little bit of time to get it. So no more than 8 months ago did this launch, tops, and it's definitely not expired according to the thing, but I don't remember performing like this either. But I'm gonna try it with natural hair because that very well could be it. But I was just throwing something on, like I said. It was more about just playing with that blush and the lip balm. I really like this. I know it's hit or miss. A lot of people like it, a lot of people don't like it. I personally like it. I've used it. I really do like the pink marshmallow. I've got one in my purse. It's kind of like my chapstick. So, and I like the feeling that it gives, and it does even out the lines on my lips and gives them a little bit of plump, or makes it look like they have a little bit of plump. It's definitely not like a gloss or a balm either. It's literally like a chapstick, like if you took a chapstick. Because like a gloss or like my pillow balms, it don't feel like those either. Like there's really nothing else in my collection this feels like other than a chapstick. So it's the best way for me to tell you about it. But I do very much enjoy them. So, but that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. And see the blush? I mean, it's there, but I did pack it on this time. But it's still faded some. Just in the little bit of time I've been sitting here, rambling. I'm going to guess you're going to have to really pack this on. Maybe you said it. Setting spray could help. But if not, you're going to have to pack this on and then let it just gradually wear off during the day. So basically, you're going to look like a clown in the morning, and by the end of the day, you'll be looking good. I don't know. I mean, it's right on my alley to do, but And as far as the eyeshadow, I like the way the look came out. I love it, to be honest. And my lids look really nice, and it was effortless. But it's also nothing like bam in your face, but it's pretty. You know what I mean? But I could tap a little bit of something on the lids and really make it bam in your face, huh? Might do that just to get me through the day. But that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all that. You're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday, and then I do the giveaways through the week. So make sure that, well, I guess that one would be closed by the time this one goes up. So Monday morning there'll be another giveaway. But that's all I have for you today, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye.